I appreciate you clicking on the video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more. Let's get right into it.
Just if you or your loved one are going to get sick. You're worried about how you're going to make the rent. Worried about how to pay the bills, keep food on the table. Worried about when the relief checks are going to come through that have been voted by the Congress. You know, that's the key part of the 10-point, what I call a make-work checklist that I put together last week and offered to the President of the United States, President Trump. On January the 17th, I think, I wrote an article for one of the major press outlets saying that we had to begin to act now. We knew what was happening in China. We talked, guys like me, and I'm not the only one, others, talked about the need to employ the Defense Authorization Legislation Act to be able to move. Thirdly, we're going to have an opportunity, I believe, in the next round here to use my green economy, my Green Deal, or to be able to generate both economic growth and consistent with the kind of infusion of monies we need into the system to keep it going. One of the ways to make sure these jobs are available that may get lost or hurt in the meantime is to provide the kind of jobs that are prevailing wages where people are making $45, $50 an hour plus benefits by building new infrastructure. We're going to need new infrastructure going down the road here, and it's a way to generate economic growth. That's going to be, I think, the next round we have to be looking at. We should be making those masks. We should be moving on those ventilators. We can do that. Why doesn't he just act like a president? That's a stupid way to say it.
You know, Donald Trump was asked
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, probably best I don't. Medicare doesn't fix that. My plan, the Obamacare that I build on, would take care of it all in terms of the billing and all those things that are concerned about what it's going to cost them. But it does not solve the underlying problem. Where do you go? Who do you talk to? What information do you get? That is not something that if anyone on Medicare today, let me put it this way, anybody's on Medicare today, okay, they have Medicare. Do you think they're any less concerned? Is the fact that an elderly person who's worried about or is in a nursing home and has Medicare or is working in a way that all their bills are covered from Medicare, they're saying, well, I'm okay, don't worry about this. It goes well beyond that. And again, I don't think Bernie or I should try to turn this into a debate about Medicare for all or Biden plan building on Obamacare. It's much beyond that right now. It's about reinstilling some confidence and being prepared. We are not prepared, and there's things we should be doing. And by the way, the fact that the United States Congress said, Democrats and Republicans said, wait a minute, we have to fund this. We have to get the money out there now. Well, I mean, it goes well beyond a plan. It goes beyond what structures exist in society today in the United States of America to deal with this problem. What are they? And what I'd be doing is convening the top experts in the country all together, including the private sector, and say, okay, what are you going to be doing in your place of business that, in fact, if we do have open up sectors of the economy, that it's going to be less likely anybody's going to be able to spread this disease? I would be making sure that we brought in OSHA to figure out how we can do protection for workers on the job when we get, no matter what the job is. But most of all, Willie, I think you'd have to say to people, you know, look, we're going to make sure that mainstream can open back up, and when it does, you're going to have a job. That's why these programs that have been, the so-called CARES Act that got passed, the money has to get to ordinary people and ordinary small businesses. Those people employing 2, 5, 10, 20 people. I know we have to help 500, small businesses of 500 or less.
Being the public option, providing for the additional funding that would provide for no hidden bills, etc. And I can get it done, I can get it done quickly, and people will be covered. But even I can't do that for another a year between now and November, or actually January. But to be covered. Which means that they can't build any factories or anything within 1 mile of the estuary of the Delaware River and the Atlantic Ocean, Chesapeake. And so the whole point of this is that we can do a lot to deal with endangered species. And one of the things I would like to raise is that we have to deal with this on an international basis as well. Because right now, for example, we have a thing, Brazil, as the Amazon is burning because they're trying to clear the Amazon in order to make money in agriculture. We could put politics aside and meet the moment like governors all across this nation are doing. Governor Mike DeWine in Ohio, Governor Larry Hogan in Maryland, Governor Charlie Parker in Massachusetts, Gavin Newsom in California, Jay Inslee in Washington, hard hit, Gretchen Whitmer in Michigan. Number two, the fact is that the first two states are important, but they don't determine the outcome. Number three, we haven't had a debate yet. We have a minute, 15-second assertions. You call these debates? I've been in debates. I debated Paul Ryan. I debated that woman from Alaska who could see Russia. Okay? I did pretty well. There were debates. You could answer questions. Look, folks, come on. And from the very beginning, the good news was the bad news. I've been the front runner all the way through. So guess what? I knew it. I got this great big target on my back. I'm not complaining. It's just a reality. And so what do? Are you still kicking your dog? You got 15 seconds to answer. Come on. We're going to get to debates pretty soon, I hope. Real debates. Where we can actually have exchanges on the merits and on the fundamental and the details of what we're talking about. I'm not suggesting that, and by the way, again, figuratively speaking, raise your hand if you think 15 of these debates make a lot of sense, or 20 or 90 or whatever we're having. But look, it's what they are, so you play by the rules that are set at the time. Set at the time. Even though the rules seem to be changing a little bit. If I'm Julio Castro or I'm a couple other guys, they didn't change the rules to allow me to stay on the debate stage. But now the rules gets changed to put someone else on the debate stage, and in the primary he can't even run it. Look, it's what it is. You deal with what's before you. As my dad would say, never explain and never complain. But the fact is, I think it's a little bit of an exaggeration. And you notice, I don't know what happened last night, but every other debate, the numbers have dropped. Maybe they skyrocketed last night. I don't know. But I haven't seen them. I know you'll all know what it was. It was number one? They went up a little bit, yeah. So how many people, roughly? 7.9 million. Now, come on, guys. Bullshit. Now, another session. Support the second. Just like right now, you yell fire, that's not free speech. We're very content. I have shotgun, I have 20 games, 12 games, my son's hunt. Guess what? You're not allowed to own anyway. I'm not taking your gun away at all. You need 100 rounds? I did not say that. That's not true. I did not say that. It's a viral video like the other ones we put out there. Check it live.
Well, he just clarified it.
Wait. Take your AR-14s.
Okay, this is not okay. Hold on. Hey, let's keep moving. There's a lot of guys. A lot of guys want to.
I'm not worried. Hold on. Give me a break. Hey. Look, here's the deal. Are you able to own a machine gun? I said, are you able to own one?
Machine guns are illegal.
That's right. So AR-15's illegal.
I was out of the machine gun.
No, it's not.
Semi-automatic.
Yeah, do you need 100 rounds? Do you need 100 rounds?
In America with handguns than there are when you own assault rifles. Why are you advocating for assault rifles when people are dying like
Well, one of my questions was, as far as Joe Biden is concerned, what exactly will he do to accommodate those of us who are Bernie Sanders supporters? If we're going to turn from Bernie to him, what is he going to do to satisfy us?
Bernie and I agree on a whole range of issues. We agree on the essence of how to proceed on the issue of climate change. We agree on education. We have a disagreement on how rapidly we can move toward universal health care. But what I'm going to do is Bernie and I are going to work together. And if he's the nominee, I commit that I will support him heavily throughout, do everything I can. And he said the same thing. And but we, across the board, there's a whole range of things we agree on, from dealing with student debt to making sure everyone has adequate health care, affordable health care, and that those who can't afford it get it for free. Find ourselves in a position where we reunite the world by going and dealing with our allies and let them know our word can be kept, making sure that those who are adversaries know that we're back and we're going to keep our sacred commitments to our allies. We're going to work in the direction of making sure that we make sure that everyone, in fact, has access to education. We're going to, for example, one of the things that I think Bernie and I will agree on, I'm going to endorse, I've endorsed Elizabeth Warren's bankruptcy proposal, which in fact goes further, allows for student debt to be relieved in bankruptcy, provides for a whole range of other issues that allows us to, in fact, impact on how people are dealing with their circumstances. So there's a whole range of things we agree on. But I would hope that they would take a look and this be a matter of alternatives. And, you know, you may not agree with every detail that I propose, but the fact is that it's awfully difficult to conclude that I'm anywhere near Donald Trump. My team, and I believe the people back...
Your staffer is very happy. What do you need to do there?
Well, I'm sure we can do better on the internet. I'm positive of that. But the fact is that we're trying. Recent events, the Instagram question answer with one of the leading soccer players in the world,